Hopefulness 2.0, May 23rd. It is just after 11 p.m. I've been up for a few hours, but pastry cream, by the way. Num num num. Made this yesterday before work. Am I putting in anything? Not really. But it's just nice to have as just kind of like a sweet on the side. This is, whey protein shake, but it's got milk and sour cream in it as well. And then some water to help, fill it the rest of the way up. Put this back in the fridge. Also roasted some potatoes yesterday, boiled them up first. These will grind. Boiled them up, and then roasted some in the oven. Turned out really good. Put some God damn, that's good. Oh, yeah, stop. Got some rice and some chicken that's in the fridge now. I'm gonna cook those up soon. Yeah, potatoes turned out really good. Boiled them for about half an hour, and then baked them for about half an hour in some salt and pepper, oil. And then when I was done, took like half of them. I took the 3 biggest ones, put them in a bowl. Mashed them up. Threw in some sour cream, some of the shaky cheese, a couple seasonings as well. Oops. Turned out really good, really filling. Nice and cheap filling that helped. Then I had the shake at work. Had a caffeine mint Cliff Bar, the chocolate mint ones, and the shake, of course. Had some eggs from work because I don't really care too much about the sausage and the bacon, generally speaking. The only thing I've really ever liked when it came to that kind of morning breakfast type stuff is the eggs, because they're just straight up scrambled and nice and easy. Just throw some salt, pepper on them, you're good to go. So I had some of those before I left. Then I left, came back. I was hoping to get to work tonight, because one of the guys said he was willing to give up his day. But I don't know how the whole situation works. Because, most jobs, it's like, oh, hey, I don't want to work this day. Oh, okay, I'll take over. Cool, let's do that. I don't know. But, because, I wouldn't mind the extra money. And, I'm getting most of my stuff done within the first 45 minutes of the shift. Which is like what they were saying before. I thought maybe they were exaggerating. But no, they're not exaggerating at all. You can get most of the work done in 45 minutes easy. Take out some trash, scan some documents, shred some documents, print some documents. It takes longer when you have to do like a full medicine count for the entire medicine cabinet. And obviously the more people that are there with more medicines, the more you have to do that. But I only have to count one right now because we've only got one controlled substance that we have to worry about. And one of the bottles is sealed still. And since it has a specific count, and I open it every time just to make sure that it's still sealed. Just pop the top off, make sure that it's sealed, make a mental note of that, and then do the remainder, and then add those up. Bada boom, done, easy. Once I figured out, because I didn't really remember. I remembered like aspects of it, but I didn't remember exactly how the process went down. And so, just kind of like exploring through the SharePoint folder, I was like, oh hey, this new button, duh, that'll probably do it. It took me like 2 hours, but that was also the day that I lost my keys, so I have a lot of dishes I gotta clean up. I need to get groceries, so do that tomorrow. I don't have to work until Thursday night, so I've got multiple days to do some stuff. Once I get groceries, I'll do some more pizza, because I've got some dough that's sitting there waiting to be used. I've only made one pizza out of all the dough that I had. It's been sitting in the fridge, so it's gonna be, very interesting flavor. It won't be something I've tried yet, so that'll be a new experience for me. Basically, be sourdough pizza bread for all intents and purposes. Had a phone call with the therapist earlier today at 1 o'clock. I completely forgot. I was in bed. I was just I was deep in it too. And I heard the phone ringing and I almost didn't answer on time. But I talked to him for a while. Went back to bed. Woke up at like 8 o'clock and started doing laundry. In the process of finishing up now. It's I've got like half an hour left. Timer on the phone will go off when the time comes, but ideally this video will be cut short before then. But I keep looking at places that are nearby, or apartments and stuff that are nearby. I'm just like, no, there's no way. I think the cheapest place I've seen so far was like $2,100 a month. It's like, god damn, man. I mean, shit, even if I lived right down the street and was paying $1,500 a month, it would be easier, because then I wouldn't have to worry about paying for transit and all that shit. And I wouldn't have to worry about the time spent doing that. I mean, I still need to work at least 100 hours, though, in order to break even. And when I'm only working potentially 24 hours a week, it's shy of 100 hours, so let's figure something out. Possibly hit up the food stamp office. I don't know where the closest one is. Let's see. Again, who knows? Maybe I'll just let's take out some fucking loans. Take out student loans, go back to school, use that money, whatever, I don't know. May not even work that way. I don't know. Big ass onions. Still haven't even eaten all of the caramelized onions. I'll probably add most, if not all, of the remainder to my rice and chicken today. We'll see. Oh man, tired. Probably just because I got woken up for a 1 hour conversation that I completely forgot about. Well, it's whatever. But I brought my computer to work last couple of times. So I was like, well, I have basically 7 hours to do nothing. Just playing some EverQuest, watching videos and stuff. Did some video edits. I think it was only like one though. Maybe two? I think it was two. I don't remember. I mean, I'm not using work internet for anything other than just like watching stupid YouTube videos. If I want to do anything on the internet on my computer, it's through my phone. Which I'm not doing a whole lot anyway. You know, like, yeah, I downloaded a couple videos for this, that, or the other, or I made an edit for this or that. Can't tell if that's getting focused or not. I don't know. We'll see. Not exactly sure what to do. So there's something I was thinking of and I forgot. So I still want to make some stuff. Yeah, maybe some pickled onions might be an okay thing, I don't know. I still have half of each of those other onions that are still in the fridge though. So that's still a thing. Should probably cook those down later. Might cook them in the, might be a good idea too. I might cook them in the Dutch oven since it's deeper than my my skillet. Probably put in more onions doing so. We'll see. Although I was a little wrong, I still burned some of them, so I can show you. They're still good though, but a couple of them got burnt. I'm not going to put all of this in my rice though. Flavor's definitely mellowed out, but I can still kind of taste some of the char. It's just a little on the bitter side, more than I'd want it to be, but it's whatever. It's still not terrible. It's the first time I've made them, so, you know, 5 out of 10. Fact, I think. I mean, it's not like cleaning the dishes is terrible or anything. It's just kind of like I'm not in the mood right now. I'm barely in the mood to be awake. At some point, I need to finish off these damn beans canned stuff. I brought them for a reason. Where go with scissors? Probably. Yep. Where's the sponge? There it is. Oh shit. Finish up the eggs, but they're all still in the sink. I was cracking them and I was like, I'll deal with it later. Well, it's later, so I'm gonna deal with it. least it'll just, clean up some utensils. Cut up some chicken, put it in the rice. Yeah, it's nice to be able to cut the chicken up with this paring knife, deboning it. Now that I've sharpened it more so. Helps quite a bit. God, when I made the pastry cream though, when it was finished, and I was done using the whisk, like literally the first thing I did was just start licking it. This just smelled so good, and it tasted so good. Oh man. Sugar, milk, eggs, cornstarch, salt, butter. Not a lot of ingredients. It's egg yolks, not just straight up eggs. And I mean, making scrambled egg whites, throw in like an egg or two, cook those up. Got yourself a pretty decent egg plate. It's tasty. I mean, egg yolks aren't inherently bad. Just like so many other things. It's all about, how much. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing, in essence. So, best thing, moderation is key. Variety, key. It's a good thing that I'm buying, produce of some kind. Trying to deal with it in some way or another. Trying not to be wasteful as best I can. Sucks the night that I bought the protein powder, speaking of waste, I inadvertently knocked it over. Or rather, I picked it up by the lid, and the lid wasn't on secure, and so it fell over as I was getting ready to leave from work, because I bought it before I went to work. And since we've got, like milk and stuff up there, I poured some milk in there, water. It's our cream, but whatever. Mixed it in there nice and good, drank it throughout the night. It was pretty good. But as I was trying to leave, like I said, inadvertently knocked it over and probably knocked out about a whole serving's worth onto the floor, which sucked. It was like $25, which is like a little over $1 per serving, which isn't terrible. since I can't find my old Ralph's card, I wasn't able to get like the discount, which was like $5, which would have been nice. Because it was the cheapest one that was there based on that price. And it smells like vanilla ice cream. It smells great. So I'll let this run for a sec. Keep the temp as is. I'm gonna snip me some chicken into my rice. I'll use this one here, huh? Kitchen shears are some of the best things to have. So helpful. And since these are deboned, because I deboned them, I don't have to worry about cutting into anything that I don't want to cut into, and thus putting it into my rice. I can cut these into like little thin strips so they can cook relatively easily, and little, small chunks, bite-sized pieces, etc. At some point, I'm gonna have to, do this all over again. Cook some more chicken. Cook some more rice. Because this is my household staple right now. For keeping myself relatively, easily fed. Cheap. Amount of rice and the price for each chicken, it's probably like maybe $2 for a meal, depending on how much chicken I decide to put in there. Maybe 3. At this time it's probably about 3, just because I put in 2 pieces, although they were the smaller size, so it's whatever. Rice, I get a 5-pound bag for like $4 or something, or less. I don't even know how much it was. I have to look back at the receipt. And I can start the rice, and then I can start deboning and cooking the chicken. And by the time the chicken's done, or by the time the rice is done, the chicken's usually pretty much ready too. I have to time that one right. And throw in some seasons here and there for, literal extra spice, etc. I bought this specifically for the pizza because Adam was like, hey, throw it on there. And it's a good choice. I like it. I like it as like a small under cheese garnish. It helps add more flavors to it. Adds a little bit more body and whatnot, and it makes it a little bit more kind of like a pizza you might expect to get, but not in a bad way. It's like you're making your own version of fast food pizza, but it's better. And it's shaky cheese, man. It goes in everything. If you want a little extra, cheesiness, go for some Parmesan. If you want a different kind of cheesiness, throw in some nutritional yeast. Seasonings help with so much stuff. You can turn, the reason I get chicken thighs is because they taste better and they're easier to handle regarding than chicken breasts. They are, as Anne Mergusia says, bulletproof, but so it's just experimenting with flavors and stuff, and then just trying to feed myself in a way that is practical, but tastes good. And I found through much of my sort of cooking education in the last decade, most foods are poor people foods. some way or another. You know, a steak is generally not considered poor people food for the most part. Lobster used to be. Lobster used to only be for the poorest. And you know, it's just like, what are you trying to accomplish with your food? You're trying to make it to where you're not hungry, so you're trying to fill yourself up. You're not trying to eat too often because you're busy doing one thing or another. So you're trying to fill yourself up and stay satisfied. Potatoes are great at that. Potatoes are usually pretty cheap for the amount of food and nutrition that you're getting. Potatoes have tons of vitamins and minerals in them. I mean, you can literally subsist off of, I think it's potatoes, potatoes, butter, and milk. Okay, down with that. So, you know, it's cooking is science, cooking is chemistry, and if you can add certain things to make it taste better, do it. You know, season a well-stocked spice cabinet, if you want to call it that, is the best way to improve your food. Variety is the spice of life, because spice is even better than variety. And, you know, get what works, get what you can afford, and then make do with what you got there. You know, a microwave can be had for $20, $20-$30 depending. A rice cooker too. You know, if you don't want a rice cooker, you just want to get a pot, go for the pot. I mean, this pot, which is not clean because, you know, I didn't clean anything else. This pot was like $40. My rice cooker was like $30. This pot is simply just better. Oh hey, Stone and Bean, which I think is the same brand as the. Maybe the same as this. I'm not sure though. Can't remember. Doesn't matter. It's good. It's a good pot. It's not like I'm using all clad or anything like that. And that's another thing too. It's like, you know, I mentioned it before. I'll probably mention it again. Just like what Adam Savage said, if it's something that you're going to be using frequently, you know, buy the cheap version. And if it's something that you're definitely going to be using, and you know you want a better version of it, then when that thing breaks, whenever it loses its ability to do its job, and then you have, and when you have the ability, the finances to buy a better version, again, can opener. Yeah, it's 15 times the price as one I can get at Walmart, but it's like 10 times less the stress. So I don't have to worry about that crap. And I'm sure part of it is just me, you know, reinforcing thoughts, my own actions, etc. It's whatever. I'm also tired. I think I'm just going to end this. Have fun.